Ah, Pokemon. One of the biggest IPs of all times with legions of fans. You catch a mon, you battle with them, you lose, you shrug and just head back to the nearest hospital. But what if Pokemon decide to have permadeath? That is the thought process I went with when I decided to do a Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke live on my Twitch channel. Oh, now I remembered why I stopped live streaming. So rather than try to bang my head at any live stream that I know won't make good content, I decided to restart my Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke from the beginning. Jamin is ready to start his journey by taking the hundreds of rare candies my mom left me, and it was time to save Professor Birch from having to get a rabies shot with my partner, Mudkip. I named my Mudkip Timmy! We beat up Maze Trico, and then got some Pokeballs for me to start my Nuzlocke journey. I got nothing special so far, just a raccoon and a cat. But Route 1 and 2 is home to two of the best encounters you could find in a Nuzlocke. I'm hoping it's not Rumpole. That would suck because I would rather prefer T-Dot, Botat, or Ralph. And it's a Rumple, god dang it! Oh yeah, just before you can greet your dad, you have to get past Tiamta and her dreaded Shroomish. In my original Emerald run, that thing took out my Zigzagoon and Poochyena. So I decided the best way to beat her is to not fight her at all. But finally, when we entered the Paleberg Woods, I encountered my first team member, a wild Talo, who I named Hangry, who immediately almost gets killed by this rich snob's Zigzagoon. Alright, I think I can do this. Oh! After narrowly losing our bird, I challenged Rushboro City Gym for my first badge. Now, one of the biggest benefits of choosing Mudkip as my starter is that he just steamrolls through the first 4 gym leaders. So after murdering Roxanne's rock types, little Timmy stood up. Hey, me from the future. I want to tell you that I'm planning to name new Pokemon in my next video after a new subscriber. So why not subscribe, and who knows, maybe I'll name a new Pokemon after you. And look, the sub button even glows now if you click it. Shiny! Anyway, Team Aqua stole this guy's porn and asked us to once again get it back. We defeated Grunt, and on our way back, check out this encounter! Alright, let's see what Pokemon I can find here. Okay, I know Abra sounds good, but trust me, it is not. Abra is nearly impossible to catch. You can't win this since it always teleports on the first turn, meaning you only have one chance to catch this thing at full health. What? Oh! Oh! Oh my god! I caught an Abra! Oh. Guess the odds were in my favor. My Kadabra to be joined my team, and together we rode a funny boat to Q4, where after taking this man's rod, I fished up some choice encounters like a Tentacle, a Magikarp, and a little Aron. Wow! Look at what this team is shaping up to me, and tell me it isn't stacked. Having such a strong Pokemon and zero deaths has made me naturally a little arrogant. So it's time to get snapped back to reality as Hangry Paris fighting Brawly's Makuhita. One fatality. But Hangry would want us to press on if you were here with us. Nothing much happened between Slapport and my third gym. We delivered the porn, fought Team Aqua, and massacred Maze Pokemon. But we did find an Electrike, and I came up with the best nickname I can think of. Dr. Electron! It was finally time to challenge Watson. Timmy had no problem with the Voltorb, Electrike, or Makaton, but this Manectric just wouldn't die! Ultimately, I tried switching to Tony and hoped for the best. Please survive. As bad as that was, it was a lot worse than my original run where this half-dead dog murdered 4 Pokemon on my team!
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
After going through a required detour, it was time to head to Route 111. But there's one problem. Route 111 is home to a desert full of new encounters, which is not only inaccessible until we beat Flannery, but this piece of shit could appear inside this roadblock and screw over your first encounter, meaning it's up to chance whether I can access that Eden's Garden. Okay, now that we're in the clear for desert Pokemon, let's trek through the fairy path to see what new encounters we could find. Alright, first encounter, let's go. Oh! Oh, this is much better! Quite the unexpected encounter. Unfortunately, you won't see him much because I accidentally used too many rare candies, putting Steam Cell very close to the level cap. But hey, at least I found a Survivor and a Zubat. Okay. Oh, and Team Magma is planning to drop a meteor to cause a volcano eruption. But I guess since I'm the protagonist, I have no choice but to climb a volcano to stop a gang war and a literal cat fight. Just before the fight with Maxie, I evolved Dr. Electron, and in the battle between cat versus dog, it was Dragon that emerged victorious. Now that we defeated Maxie, it was time to climb down to Lava Town and challenge Flannery, the bane of all water types. Luckily, I managed to squeak by without any casualties. Feeling good after the fight with Flannery, I headed into the desert of Route 111 where I found a trap hitch, and while climbing the Mirage Tower, I caught a Sandshrew and found a roof fossil where Starfield was born. I don't need these, but it's nice to have options in case something bad happens. It was finally time to fight my old man, but before I could fight Norman, I had to make it past the Doors of Mediocrity! During this last puzzle, I had to choose either the one-hit KO door or the strength door. I thought picking the strength door would be safer, but it turns out I just opened the gateway to hell. Alright, I guess we'll have to sell for using Shenron to lower your attack. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, it's a crit too? No, Shenron, no! No, no, no! I can't lose Shenron, Dr. Electron. Come on. It did nothing. No! No! I can't lose this. Am I gonna lose all my Pokemon to this one Zangoose? No! 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 A crit? I'm out of here. I'm out. Why did I do that? I lost 4 Pokemon before I even reached Norman. I didn't really have time to get attached to Steam Cell or Velma, but Shenron and Mario Wonder have been 2 of my oldest teammates who helped me through so many battles. I only made it out thanks to Dr. Electron. Ultimately, I was forced to gather whatever scraps I could find in my box and find something that could fight Norman's Dread Slack King. But I really should have kept a closer eye on the Pokemon that came before it. Oh, he used Belly Drum! Man, I can do this. That did nothing! Come on. No. I'm losing all my Pokemon. I barely made it through the Linoon, and not even Dr. Electron was safe from Linoon's fearsome claws. With only half a team remaining, I was forced to play the defensive game by constantly lowering the slacking stats, allowing Temmie to prevail after one more casualty. I reached the lowest point of the run. I have lost a total of 8 Pokemon and 2 back-to-back battles, with only Temmie remaining from my original party. Since I'm not feeling confident about what's sitting in my box, the natural course is to catch some new Pokemon. So I used my Pelberg encounter to catch another Magikarp. And after returning to Mauville, Watson asked me to shut down his generator. Normally I would have told him to piss off since his stupid dog killed Tony, but I could use another electric type for the remnants of my family. And for some extra insurance, I caught another Manatrak, but there could be no replacing Dr. Electron. especially since Dr. Neutron doesn't know Thunder Wave. It was finally time to challenge Winona, and just to be safe, I taught Yogo, my camera, Overheat to deal with her Tropius and Skarmory. Thankfully, despite Winona being notorious for having this cloud bird that likes to spin Dragon Dance, I scraped by the fight with no casualties, and let me tell you, that felt good. Since I didn't want 2 electric types on my team, I boxed Dr. Neutron. But since I couldn't reach Mudsteam City until I advanced the plot, it was time to climb Mount Pier, where after 12 minutes of dupes, I finally found the Duskull. Oh, for the Lord, finally! I've been looking for you forever! But regardless, Journal the Duskull is a worthy new member. Maxie tried to awaken Groudon, but since he hates the color blue, he jumped out of the cavern. But more importantly, I found a Master Ball and caught an Electrode, where I gave him the most distasteful name in this entire run. After 2 hours of plot, I can finally fight Tate and Liza. And for those just here to see one of my Pokemon die, here's Kamikaze blowing up. I caught the Electrode for the express purpose of using self-destruct to take out both Rayquaza and Xatu, allowing Giorno and Kaido to finish the job, which became even easier once Kaido learned Hydro Pump. Time to catch up to the plot, where I teamed up with Steven to fight Team Magma one last time, and oh yeah, Kaido crashed and burned thanks to their bats. It's fine, it's fine. Holland has plenty of water types. But it does hurt losing not 1, but 2 Gyarados in a single Nuzlocke. Thankfully, my new little buddy will make the perfect new party member to honor my fallen companion. And before you ask, yeah, I did add that Trapinch I caught to the team. After fighting through Team Aqua's last stand, it was time to awaken Rayquaza the babysitter to put these 2 bad Pokemon in timeout. The time has come to fight Juan and take my final gym badge. And let me tell you, it took forever for Remnant to finally kill that stupid Kingdra! Finally gained all 8 gym badges, I have made the trek through Victory Road, drew the Master Ball at a Pokemon I'm never gonna use, and after bringing back Jogo, I entered Elite 4 to see if I have what it takes to be a champion. I didn't have anything that could hit dark types, but I managed to beat Sydney without any trouble. Weeby, on the other hand, kept pulling my hair. While her first Dusclops was a pushover, the second stronger Dusclops took out Toph with Ice Beam, which I didn't know it had. After that disaster, I started looking up their movesets to avoid any more surprises. Glacia thankfully didn't give me trouble, but Drake, despite being in theory should sweep his entire team, gave him a lot of trouble, especially another Kingdra? I ultimately sacrificed Giorno, which in hindsight was a dumb move on my part, but hey, I still won against Drake! This is where I feel like I might lose, because looking back on the footage, I sacrificed my Ghost Tank for a Pokemon with a 4 times weakness to water when I'm about to fight a champion who uses nothing but water types! But regardless, it was time to end this Nuzlocke once and for all. The Wayward was no problem for Timmy, but Ludicolo was a more difficult challenge. Wallace swapped it for Wishcast, which Buddy was able to take out. I did eventually take out Ludicolo and Tentacruel, but things started to get downhill as soon as Wallace brought out Gyarados. That thing took out Buddy with Hyper Beam, but thankfully, Remnant was able to revenge kill the Gyarados, and that is when I met Wallace's final Pokemon, his Milotic. I paralyzed the Milotic with Thunder Wave before the Milotic took out Remnant with Surf, leaving Timmy, the Pokemon who has been with me since the very beginning, to fight this final Pokemon. Wallace used the full restore to heal Milotic along with poisoning Timmy with Toxic, but Timmy keeps hitting it hard with Earthquake. Eventually, both Pokemon were in the red, meaning the next attack tells who will win this battle once and for. This run was a harsh lesson on taking the easy road. I used rare candies to avoid having to do some tedious grinding, and while it saved me some tremendous time during my Nuzlocke, my team was ill prepared for the battles against the Hoenn League. But hey, look at the bright side for all this run. I know I didn't win, but you have to admit, I was able to make some tough plays and even escape from a few hairy situations. And I know from what I learned from this run, I know I can do better next time. So why don't you subscribe to the channel so I get something out of this whole experience?